with Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
Well, by now you've probably heard that President Trump gave a speech to a really conservative young sort of youth group in front of a fake presidential seal that was mocking him. And the person responsible for the image has been fired. And we'll go ahead and show you the image, though it's very hard to pick out the differences if you're just glancing quickly.
Oh, golf clubs instead of arrows.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff in there. I'll point them all out to you in a second. Turning Point USA says an audiovisual aide downloaded it and projected the fake seal without looking at it close enough. The group says it was an honest mistake, but they still had to fire the guy. The seal has
Why do you have to fire guys for honest mistakes?
Well,
I guess you could fire pilots.
So here's everything that's different about this seal as opposed to the real one. Seal has a two-headed eagle, similar to those on the Russian coat of arms, golf clubs instead of arrows in one talon, a wad of cash in the other talon, a series of Soviet hammer and sickle symbols, and a Spanish phrase that translates to "Trump is a puppet." Now, where did this symbol come from? Apparently, there's this graphic artist who wouldn't give his whole name when he was interviewed by the New York Times, but he's in Virginia. He created it over a year ago, and it must have just been online. And the kid said, well, this looks like the presidential seal.
I'm not hearing enough stories about when the local cable station would run porn because the guy ran the thing on the news station and stuff. There used to be a lot more of that, right?
Hold on, no. We had the plane that crashed, and it was like "We Too Low." Remember, she was reading the fake, fake names.
That was good.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That's been
That's right.
Holy Fook.
I forgot.
That's
about
been
that.
like 12, 13 years, hasn't it?
No, that was like 4 years ago.
Really?
Did we might have done it on
Look
the show.
it up. Yeah, we definitely did. Gina read the names.
Yeah, then it's been within the last 4.5 years.
I thought we did something like that on the
Too
morning
Low.
show. I thought we did that on the morning show.
And there was also when this was not that recent, but when John McCain was running for president, right? Didn't he put up Walter Reed Elementary instead of Walter Reed?
Well, yeah, but that was just a pure fuck up.
But that's what this is. What my point is. My ultimate point is. I say it on the show a lot jokingly, but. Don't be first, be right. Don't be fast, be right. You know what I mean? Like this guy obviously did this in a hurry. Just like, it looks like presidential seal.
He wasn't a mole within the kid.
No, but somebody created something. I mean, Walter Reed Elementary exists and Walter Reed Hospital exists.
I can't believe of all people you're giving people a pass for this.
No, I'm not giving people. No. I'm arguing with you. I'm saying I missed the malicious hacker. The Walter Reed Elementary where me and Christy Canyon went. Yearbook's $500. You don't believe me. Sorry, Christy Canyon and I went. I'm old. I'm a class above her. The point is this. That was just somebody fucking up. That was somebody Googling an image of Walter Reed, and they got the wrong one.
Same with this.
This is, but somebody created a false seal is what I'm saying. This isn't.
You're right. I'm saying the breakdown happened with this AV guy or whoever was like, quick, grab a presidential seal. Okay, can do. This looks good.
Oh, I didn't know if this was provided or this was somebody on the internet.
There is an aide in the group that's sort of taking the fall and said it was just a mistake.
I think I think he was supposed to get a presidential seal to broadcast when President Trump was up there, and in his haste, just grabbed
whatever he saw.
The first thing he saw.
What year is this from?
How could that be that high on that? It is crazy that if you just Googled in presidential seal, that the false one comes up.
First page.
Well, think about this. How many actual presidential seals exist on the internet as an image? 1 million, 2 million, 10 million? How many of this fake one exist? One, and how many times was this one shared or clicked or whatever versus how many times each of those,
that's how
you know
it
what I'm
works.
saying?
I guess that's how it works. Yeah.
If that one has enough attention, gets shared on social media, it's whatever,
so
it's going to rise.
I thought somebody planted this or somebody gave it to him or said, use this or something like that.
That's definitely not the story they're telling.
Okay.
If it's
so
true,
he
they'll
just
never.
Found it up there. Yeah.
Can we please play this clip?
Yes.
The plane crash. KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sung Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ao.
That's
Ding Ao.
So
what year was that?
Christy's brother's a news producer at that station. I can ask him what happened.
Oh, please do.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to text him right now.
All right.
What year was that?
2013.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, it's been longer but shorter. Yeah.
Well, Janice Dickinson has received an epic settlement, quote-unquote epic settlement from Bill Cosby's insurance company.
I want to do a reality show with that lady.
Called Epic Settlement?
Just me and her live together for 9 months.
That'd be great.
You know what I mean?
She's very nice.
She's
sure
very sweet, yeah.
Yeah, but, but don't cross her.
No.
No.
You know
what I mean?
Stay on her good side, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying I could see a reality show where just the two of us lived in a storage container for 9 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we won't script it, but to see where it goes.
Would it be Highlander style?
After the Cosby thing, she's got some money. You guys should move up from the storage container.
All right, maybe 2 storage containers. We'll
double
connect
wide.
them.
Do you think you'd both leave as you came in?
I think we would be different.
They'd grow together.
Right.
I don't know if that'd be better or worse. I might have feline AIDS after an encounter. So she's...
Yeah, she got a big settlement. The former model sued the comedian after his lawyer said Dickinson was lying about being drugged and assaulted by Cosby in 1982.
Was this the lawyer who was maintaining his innocence after the conviction?
Probably.
I love that guy.
The disgraced legend, who is serving 3 to 10 years in prison for sexual assault, fought the suit, but his insurance company, AIG, agreed to pay. At a press conference, Dickinson said, truthfully, a settlement is a victory and a measure of justice. Her attorney... Get ready for this. You're going to be shocked. Lisa Bloom called it a major final legal victory and said that Janice received a very large settlement, exact number not disclosed.
Does she have to prove that it happened? You know what I'm saying? Because the
that she was assaulted?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm confused of how she
proved that she was assaulted when they said she wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, she was part of the the dog and pony show. During
I remember that.
So she had sex with a lot of guys willingly, like your Mick Jaggers and guys like that. I'm guessing this is one of her celebrities unwilling. Does still I don't know. She must have a count of celebrity rock and roll dudes. Didn't she come out with a book or something?
Oh, she definitely has a book.
Has one of those things. See if we can find out.
Did she give a number?
She had I had sex with Roger Daltrey or whoever it was.
Michael Bean.
John Ritter. Right. Michael Bean. So she's nuts, but she got paid, so that's good.
And she's probably right.
Yeah.
And how pissed is Camilla, the wife?
Oh.
Cosby's wife.
You think this is going to push her over the edge? Do you think this one?
No, now it's all about the Benjamins. Right. I mean, the whole point is this guy's in jail. We've been in a loveless relationship for years. I've turned a blind eye to what this guy's been up to. But the good news is I can live in semi-seclusion in Bel Air for the rest of my days. But not enough. If enough of these lawsuits file through, it's going to drain me dry.
Right.
I don't know if this counts as shitting on your point, but his insurance company paid it out.
Yeah, it's AIG.
Really?
It's AIG.
Oh, AIG. Oh, you have insurance companies that pay out?
Apparently.
You have rape insurance?
That's what I said. Jesus. Brian. Cosby was fighting it, but the insurance company gave in.
Oh, sorry. I didn't catch it. I just thought you paid when you're accused of rape.
Yeah, Camille kind of thrilled.
Wow. I wonder, I guess you got to get you got to get rape insurance?
Yeah, it had to be a hard conversation at first, but isn't she happy now?
Baudelaire, get in here.
Mm-hmm. AIG also was the Michael Jackson group or whatever.
Been a tough couple of years.
Jesus Christ.
So the star of Ghost Adventures is now officially the new owner of the infamous LaBianca house, where the Manson family carried out some brutal murders. TMZ says owner Zach Baggins, that's the guy from the show, jumped when he heard the home was up for sale for almost $2 million. He made a close to asking offer.
$2 million? That's a cheap price for a giant house in Hollywood Hills.
Yeah. No,
it's not giant, I don't think.
It's not modest. It's like normal.
Oh, I thought it was a big house.
It's is it Los Feliz?
Yeah, it is.
And I wonder how many square feet it is. We can kind of figure this out. I'm sure they detuned it a little for the murders. I mean, in terms of the price.
$2 million's a steal for that house.
Wait, are you sure that's the house?
Because they were rich.
Well, that's the back. There's definitely a front.
Well, I don't know if everyone lived in a big house.
That's not the house that we showed last time.
We'll see if we can figure out. How many square foot is it? We can do sort of the math. They knocked off $1 million for the price of for the murders, I guess.
I was going to say, remember that you have to disclose murders or death that are within
3 years or 5 years.
Yeah,
or something
there's
like
some statute. Yeah,
right. Yeah. Well, this is black and white, but there's definitely more modest looking pictures of it. So maybe it does open up when you look at the back, but it definitely looked like a more modest Los Feliz house. But
either way,
it has a big backyard.
Max Pata, you tell me what the square footage
1,600 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths.
1,600.
That's my house. 2 bedrooms.
Can you get 2 for it?
No.
Wow, that's not a big house up there.
Wow.
Yeah. So Zach Baggins, he collects memorabilia with dark histories. He hasn't said what he plans to do with it, but he claims it is the site of paranormal activity.
Who are the guys with the skull rings and the weird stuff, and they love all that shit,
the upright
weird
coffins,
macabre stuff? Like, who the fuck are these guys?
Do they
what
think
do
it's
parents
sexy?
do? I think they do. It does translate into a little sex for them, but it's just a weird, there are things in life. Like, I get it. You like a team. You have a team. You're a Dodgers guy. You're a Dodgers fan. You go to opening day. You're dumb, but it's innocuous. Fine. You're a fucking loser, but who cares? Waste your own fucking life going to the stupid Dodger games. Fine. Eat the world's worst hot dog. Fine. Get beat up in the parking lot. Fine. It's your life. And then there's I like this band. I've seen Fish 236 times and all that kind of stuff. And I'm always like, all right, well, it's your life. You're not hurting anybody. But I kind of worry about the weird death macabre
the ghoulish,
people.
Yeah.
I got one of Charles Manson's pubes. Like, okay, that really your father? Why is this? And then also, how about you kill yourself and realize your ultimate dream?
Did I tell you guys about the time that I went on the dearly departed Hollywood tour?
Yes.
That was the
but
death
we could
tour.
hear it again.
I'm struggling to remember every stop, but it was basically in one of those bus tours. But it was very centered around famous Hollywood deaths and infamous incidents. We drove past the place where River Phoenix died. They told the whole story.
Viper Room.
Went past the place where the Black Orchid, isn't that what it was?
Black Dahlia.
Black Dahlia. Thank you, Black Dahlia.
Right.
Orchid, stupid. Anyway, told a story about that, and it was well done. It was interesting. I don't know that I'd be an enthusiast to you recommend it to people. You got it. It was like, well, yeah, that was odd.
Was it packed with just true crime loving women?
No, there was a lot of towners. It was in a little bus, a little sprinter van type bus for 16 people.
Max Pata.
Yeah, I have the summary too, Brian.
Remind me, I got the van over at the other shop.
Yeah.
We'll take the Sawzall, we'll take the roof off. Mm-hmm. We'll put some indoor, outdoor furniture in the back. I'll load it up, and I'll have my own horrors tour. I'll pull out of Burbank Airport and I'll go, this is the red turn arrow with no fucking traffic coming the other direction where they won't let you turn left on the Hollywood fucking way for no goddamn reason whatsoever. Over here is where I encountered the asshole who goes into the right lane even though there's nobody in the left lane and they're going straight and not turning right. Here's where all the Mexicans dump the garbage on the back for the construction materials. Ooh, here's where we can see the graffiti on the on-ramp bridge that's being built, not being demolished, just it's being added to
Hollywood Downer tour?
Yeah, the full-blown bummer tour.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? You're making a joke, and it's very funny. Have you ever thought about doing, I have thought about Anyway, have you thought about doing an Adam and Carolla tour of LA once a month? People can pay and you can do hey, that's the Mulholland Club where we jumped off the roof. This is Colfax Elementary. You can do
your version of the trash.
Yeah,
this is Walter Reed Naval Base. Shit,
damn it, we do it every time.
Yeah,
that'd be a good charity.
But I'd do it.
I'd
do a charity thing. Yeah,
that'd
like a prize
funny.
pack for charity or something.
That'd be hilarious.
Ooh, we can do that for Laughs with Bald-Bryan.
I would do
What do
it.
you think about that? We'll schedule, we'll set up, we'll do a van thing, and we'll take 8 or 10 people around and show them the sights.
Brian, you've gotten really good at the hard sell lately.
It's for charity. It's for charity.
Well, an Uber driver reportedly has been banned from ever using the app again or driving for Uber again, according to Fox News, after a New Jersey woman claimed he used her account to give himself a 5-star rating and a $100 tip. How did he do it?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Thinking about this, Gina. Let's pretend you're single.
Okay.
And let's pretend we're out on a date. You're out on a date with a fella.
Okay.
What drives the snatch up faster?
All right.
Saying what drives the snatch up fast.
Calling it a snatch?
Uber decal sticker on the back of the car.
That's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
Or when the guy throws the keychain down, you see the Ralph's Club thing
Oh, that's
on
no
there.
big deal.
No, Brian's got one.
YMCA.
It's interesting you say that because I have experienced that before. It's not hot to see that. We know
Not on a dude.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just
right.
not,
It's not
right?
great. It's not great. You're absolutely right about that.
There's no cologne commercial. The guy's got the Harley and the heavy bag hung in his studio apartment. You see him reach for the keys with the Aston Martin key fob on it. It's got the Ralph's Club lanyard hanging from it.
It's a worn.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, you're right.
All right,
it's not
choose.
hot.
Choose.
It's not hot,
Choose.
right?
Shit. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess at
They
least
both kind of like money. I guess.
one's got a
in
side
small
hustle.
increments. And
What is?
small
I,
increments.
You know
what
what?
is such a?
I have an answer.
I get the Ubers. It's kind of worse, but there's something that Ralph's Club thing is saying about
it's
this
the
guy.
aesthetic.
What's he saying?
I will tell you exactly definitively what the answer is, and I will use your words. Because it's better to be in a make a dollar mode than a save a nickel mode. I'm
Right.
going with the Uber driver.
This was
Because at
a
least he has-
shocking upset.
At least he has the tenacity to get his side hustle on. He doesn't want to save 5 cents on green beans.
Taking this YMCA thing off right now.
Put it out. Put it out as a poll to the
good.
ladies. Again, it doesn't make sense. I agree. Like, hey, the guy shops at Ralph's.
don't we all?
He's going to save 17% on the items he uses. I get it.
It's bad
I get
optics.
it. But women don't make sense when it comes to dating. So
Yeah, that's a good observation.
Uber, it's also,
Damn.
he does a lot of shopping. Like,
Yeah.
there's something weird about that. I don't know.
Like he's buying his own groceries?
I don't know. I was
You are the voice of the common
My
man.
God.
I was just thinking. I was just.
Jessica Walter from Arrested Development.
I was thinking about it. I was walking around my neighborhood and I was picturing. I saw the Uber decal on a car. Not that anyone who lived in the neighborhood, obviously, being dropped off. But I saw it and I thought, it's a nice-ish car,
Yeah.
but it's still the guy's doing that. And it'd be a little bit of a turn-off if you're first date chick.
No, I didn't order a car.
Right. But there's something about that Ralph's Club lanyard that for it doesn't pencil out.
Yeah.
But it's
You're right.
it might affect a woman in a non-turned-on kind of way.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because you have the choice of putting in your phone number. You don't have to carry that thing around.
That's
It
actually a
wouldn't
really good
be.
point.
See, for guys, we're more pragmatic, so that wouldn't be an issue. We'd say, oh, she likes to save money on her groceries. Like, it wouldn't be. I'm just saying. I thought about it, and I thought it might be a little coin toss for the women.
You're right. You're right. I had to use your logic to give you an answer, but they are both pretty tough on a first date.
All right.
All right, so here's how this guy did it. He gave himself a 5-star rating and a $100 tip. Donna Wilson Booker says she was returning home from an airport when the driver missed an obvious turn on his GPS route. It was a big, normal, familiar turn, and he didn't take it. Once she arrived at her destination, the driver asked if he could use the Uber app on her phone to adjust the route he had just taken, just to, see what the programming issue was. So she gave him the phone, and hours later, she was going to open it up and leave him a tip and a rating, and she noticed he had already given himself a 5-star review and a $100 tip. He
Pretty
asked
good.
for her phone and just did it for her.
And $100 tips, like, you have to manually put that in. There's no way to,
Never been in a situation where I've given a $100 tip.
But I'm saying it's usually like 10%,
yeah,
15%,
right.
20%.
Exactly. That's custom.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
bespoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
All right, let's do one more.
All right. Well, we talked a lot about the Taco Bell hotel, and
Christy's going this week.
I'm praying Christy has something to do with this one as well. Oscar Mayer offering an Airbnb experience quite unlike any other, according to Fox. Company is giving people the opportunity to book the 27-foot-long hot dog on wheels for an overnight stay. And people wishing for all things hot dog related can hop onto the Airbnb's Wienermobile listing right now. And you can stay first week of August. Chances to score a reservation will be made available throughout the next few days.
Again, my fantasy is for that thing to rear end the Taco Bell Taco Mobile and turn it very sexual.
Yeah.
Also, is it just me or is Oscar Mayer like the worst hot dog ever?
They get a lot of mileage out of that Wienermobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hot dog itself
Otherwise we wouldn't
is
know that.
way down on my
Yeah.
list of. I would never buy an Oscar Mayer hot dog. If
I don't
it's
think
weird,
anybody
it
really
doesn't have
does.
the casing. Is it like a non-casing
soft.
thing? It's soft. It's a kid's hot dog. It's weird. I mean, you get the Hebrew National before
Now we're
that,
talking.
or there's a million brats. There's a million. I would never get that.
Is that what you get for kids?
I think it's a kid's hot
Cut
dog.
it up with their macaroni and cheese.
I literally bought hot dog for Tessa and a little friend for this weekend. Hebrew National.
Yeah.
They're
The best.
Why
Little
not?
Oscar and
Yeah,
his
the Oscar
Wienermobile.
Meyer's a little cheaper, but with your Ralph's Club card, it works out to be about the same. And I do feel like you take, if you did you could never figure this out, but percentage of Hebrew National dogs that end up being finished off with ketchup versus Oscar Mayer dogs, much higher.
Oh.
Oscar Mayer is a kid's dog.
Right.
It accepts ketchup
It's close to
readily.
Sticky.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. And it's always been that way. And I don't know what's worse, the Dodger dog or the Oscar Mayer wiener. They're all
World's
bad.
worst taste test in studio.
All right. But what... Okay. These experiences where you sleep in the Taco Bell hotel or you do the Oscar Mayer, whatever, is this all bragging rights?
Yeah, it's irony.
we're just here
hipster
to-
irony.
It's Instagrammable.
Yeah.
But we're here just to tell other people what we
Yeah,
did?
of course. That's like Patton Oswalt's joke about how there's never been an honest, unironic hipster that truly took a tour through the Pabst Blue Ribbon factory or the Spam factory. That's all just, for social media irony.
Oh, okay. And then what would happen if you were in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile and you tried to beat off? Would you explode? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Would there
a
be
black hole would form.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
black
person would-
hole would form
Yeah,
and
implode
you'd
upon
fall,
itself.
fall into it, fall in some weenie-shaped hole. All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
That was the news with Gina Grad.